All right, today we're digging into a story that's all about power, diversity, and survival. But, our heroes, they don't wear capes. Nope. They're the silent guardians right under our feet. So get ready, because we're about to go on an epic adventure into the soils of India.
I mean, really think about it. What if the ground beneath your feet wasn't just dirt? What if it was actually a whole team of superheroes? Each one with its own unique origin story, its own incredible powers that literally sustain all life on this planet. That's the idea we're going to explore today.
Okay, so you know how every great hero has an origin story, right? Well, Soil is no different. It's this incredible tale of immense power, patience, and some serious transformation. So the big question is, how is our hero even born? Okay, this whole thing is a colossal process, but let's break it down. It all kicks off when these massive forces of nature, I'm talking freezing cold, rushing water, just shatter these mighty rocks. Bam! Suddenly, tiny pebbles are born. Then, wind and rain take over, acting like their guides, carrying them and grinding them down even more. But the final step, oh, this is the magic part. The final spark of life is added. It's called humus, basically all the leftover bits of dead plants and animals. That stuff mixes in and gives the soil its real fertile power. And if you want to talk about patience, get this. It takes over 100 years, 100, to create just one single centimeter of this life-giving hero. That really puts it into perspective, right? It means every single handful is just incredibly, unbelievably precious. All right, so our hero is officially born. Now it's time to meet the team. Because in a country as huge and diverse as India, one hero just isn't going to cut it. Nope. We're talking about an entire team that's assembled, with each hero protecting its own turf. So let's meet them. Okay, check this out. This is basically the mission map. India is home to 6 major types of soil, and you can think of them as a super team covering the entire subcontinent, all the way from the mighty Himalayas down to the southern coasts. Every single colored region you see here is protected by a different hero, and each one has a totally unique set of skills. First up on the roster, meet alluvial soil. This is the northern powerhouse. Seriously, this hero is the foundation of India's entire breadbasket, a true champion of agriculture. So what's the secret to its power? Well, it all goes back to its origin. Alluvial soil is formed from all that rich silt that gets left behind by huge rivers like the Ganga. This gives it its superpower, ultimate fertility. It's like a bottomless well of nutrients for hungry crops like rice, wheat, and sugarcane. You could say it's the provider of the team. All right, next in the lineup, black soil, aka the Cotton King. This one was literally born from the fiery heart of ancient volcanoes, and you can feel that regal, powerful presence all across the Deccan Plateau. So those volcanic origins, they give it this really unique clay-like texture that is just fantastic at holding onto moisture. And its signature superpower? It creates the perfect environment for growing cotton, which, you guessed it, is exactly how it earned that royal title. This is the specialist of the group for sure. Okay, now it's time to meet a real fighter, red soil. You'll find this one all across the southern plateau, and that distinct red color, it gets that from its rocky, iron-rich origins. It's got this rugged, really resilient character to it. Now, it's maybe not as naturally fertile as some of the others on the team, but its superpower is its incredible adaptability. See, with just a little help, like some manure to boost its nutrients, it becomes this formidable force, perfect for growing tough, hardy crops like jawar, bajra, and groundnuts. It's definitely the adaptable warrior of the team. Reporting for duty. In the zones with the heaviest rainfall, we have laterite soil, the plantation protector. This hero actually thrives in places where others would just wash away, and it stands guard over some of India's most valuable crops. Now you'd think all that heavy rain would be a problem, and yeah, it does wash away some nutrients, but what's left behind is a soil that's super rich in iron and aluminum. This gives it this unique, porous structure that's perfectly drained. And that is the ideal foundation for plantation crops. So when you think of those amazing aromatic tea gardens or coffee estates, yep, you can thank the plantation protector. Okay, now for a hero that was literally forged in hardship. Here comes desert soil, the arid survivor, hailing from Rajasthan and Gujarat.
This is a hero that absolutely knows how to make the most out of a really, really tough situation.
Its main power? Pure, sandy resilience. But, every hero has a kryptonite, a weakness. And for desert soil, it's that it just can't hold on to much water. That makes fertility a constant challenge. It really is a testament to survival against all odds. And finally, let's climb high up into the Himalayas to meet our last hero, Mountain Soil, the Orchard Guardian. Way up in the mountains, this hero watches over some of India's most incredible and delicious fruit groves. And its superpower? It is incredibly rich in humus. Remember that organic life force we talked about right at the beginning? Well, this soil is packed with it. And that high organic content makes it the absolute perfect guardian for growing fruits that love cooler climates. We're talking apples, pears, peaches, and plums. Delicious. But you know how it goes. Every great superhero story needs a villain. And for our amazing team of super soils, the arch nemesis is a truly destructive force known as soil erosion. So what is soil erosion exactly? Well, it's this devastating process where wind and water, and this is the ironic part, the very same forces that helped create our heroes, get twisted and used for evil. They carry away that precious, fertile top layer of soil, leaving the land totally weak and vulnerable. And the stakes in this battle? They could not be higher. On one side, you have healthy soil, just teeming with life, the very foundation of our food supply. And on the other side, you see the devastation left behind by erosion, land that becomes totally infertile, totally barren. But a villain this powerful often doesn't act alone. So it kind of makes you wonder, right? What fuels this destruction? What or who gives soil erosion its power? The answer, in one word, is deforestation. The large-scale cutting down of trees. I mean, think about it. Trees are basically the sentinels of the soil. Their roots create this incredible natural net holding everything together. When the trees are gone, the soil is left completely defenseless against the attacks of wind and water.
But hey, don't lose hope, because where there are villains, there are always heroes fighting back. Humanity has its very own team of guardians, armed with some seriously clever strategies to protect our super soils.
So let's meet these guardians. First, you've got afforestation. That's the simple, powerful act of planting new trees to stand guard. Then there's terrace farming, which is all about building steps on hillsides to slow down that enemy rush of water. We've also got cover crops, which basically shield the soil with things like grass. And finally, embankments, building these huge walls to block rivers from attacking the land.
Let's zoom in on one of these strategies for a second, because terrace farming, it's pure genius. By carving steps into a slope, it literally slows down the flow of water. It's like a martial arts move. It turns the villain's own power against it and stops the soil from getting washed away. It is just a masterful defense. So when you think about it, from its epic creation story that took centuries to the daily battle it fights against erosion, the story of soil really is the story of life itself. And that battle for this precious resource, it's being fought every single day. So that just leaves one final, really important question. How will you be its hero?